Okay, Jerry, back over to you. And you're muted.
Thank you, Cindy. All of you who are here know Cindy. And one of the things Cindy's helped me out with over the years is whenever we went to an ASEA event and got the swag, I would not either know how to put the shirt on with the front part front and the back part back, or I'd leave a tag on something. So Cindy, I wanted to catch up with you on that today. Turn around for a second. I want everybody to watch Cindy. Turn around for a second. Glad to see you're back. So there's something you can all use in church this next Sunday when you see someone you haven't seen for a while. So all of you, we're glad to see you're back. And what I'd like to know is there's something that was struck in your mind as you started thinking about what can I improve every day when you started to do that little effort of going after ASEA for the last 20 minutes. What was in your mind that you could begin to start to etch in stone? Let's say that you're a castaway on an island somewhere and you're stuck in prisons, and so you got picked up by like they did in the old days, and you keep marking on the wall when the days go by, and every day you got something to mark. What are you going to mark that you're going to improve? And did you have an experience in your head while you were talking to people with that sort of thing in mind? What were you improving? Well, that didn't do us a whole lot of good. So everybody,
I'm not gonna let you sit with crickets, Jerry. I'll speak up.
All right.
So I've been doing things where I've been posting things on a couple of different sites, and I get hundreds of comments back. And so occasionally, a couple times a week, I've been going back in, and when someone makes a really lengthy comment, I go to their page and I just message them and I thank them for commenting on my post and for the interaction or whatever. And then I copy and paste that in to several of the people. So today I decided, okay, I can do this 2 or 3 days a week. I can do this every day, every single day of the week for at least 15, 20 minutes and connect, see how many people I can connect with in a day.
What do you think's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen?
I think that, what has happened in the past for me and what is happening is it starts a conversation. And, then we start to talk, we start to connect. And I don't let it go too long before I say, it's been great to connect with you. I'd love to stay in touch. If you feel the same way, please send me a friend request and we can stay connected.
Okay, so that starts a lot of things. Every time I go into a store, every time I get out in the community, I'm going to share a secret. Don't tell anybody. I usually tell jokes to people who are random people that I run into. I don't know if you can believe that, but I do. And
that's amazing. I that is hard for me to believe, but if you're honest, I believe you.
There you go. And I could do that all day long. And what I'm doing is I'm leaving a trail of blessings to people behind me, because they all expect to hear some nasty joke from a dirty old man or something like that. So one of my favorites is to walk up to the ladies and say, "What do you get when your cat eats a ball of yarn?" Everybody goes, "A hairball." Well, probably, but the other thing you could get is a litter of mittens. And they go, "Oh, that's so cute. That's just so cute." And it sort of spreads some goodwill. If I'm missing one key component to that, and it's called the turn. It's a really interesting concept in network marketing. And the turn is where you turn the course of the conversation to something that's going to be mutually beneficial. And you get to choose what that mutually beneficial is. If you'd like to have a major thriving organization, I was taught this concept of turn by one guy who stole it from the other. And both of them told me the same thing within 2 days at one of the Diamond events. It was in a previous company. So I don't know which one came up with it and the other one stole it from the other one, but they both claimed that they invented this idea called the turn. And however they opened a conversation, whenever they made connection with people, And they finally got the question back, well, what are you up to lately? Or what are you up to? I've never met before you, but you've talked to me for a while about you, what are you up to? And they said, it's fascinating. I work in this place where it's every day there's something interesting. And they might pull out a tube of Renew 28 and say, you see that? That is the next big thing. In fact, here's the turn. It was so influential on the things that I saw it do that my wife and I bought international distribution rights. And it was the greatest decision we've ever made. Now they said at that point, if they don't go, really, what's that all about? Then you change the subject, you start hearing crickets, and you walk away. Just sign off and leave. But if they're interested in that proposition, if you start down that road, then you would go about switching from prospecting to recruiting. But you had to have the turn in there to get to a point where you could cogently step from a pathway that's just feeling like good yummies to something that's really going to be constructive.
Great.
Figure out your turn. All right, anybody else, or are we done?
We are past the time, so we better get on with our day. But thank you so much for all your insight today, Jerry.
You bet. So Cindy, where do cats go on vacation?
Where do they go on vacation, Jerry?
Meowie, of course.
Meowie. All right, everybody have a great day. Watch out for those litter of mittens.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye
That's
for
good.
now.
Thank you.